Hello, it's Kendra, and it's time for my final, winter prep Wednesday of Vlogtober. And it's not Wednesday today. But it was Wednesday when I started working on this. Now, what I did the other day, I showed you all how I made a canning inventory of all the cans in my basement. Because we can most of our own fruits and vegetables, and, I want to use what I've put up. Sometimes I forget what I have, or I'm not using things because I feel like I must be running out. And while the food is precious, we shouldn't just hoard all those preciouses. We should use them. That's why I put them up to begin with. So I made the list. What I did was I took this pantry inventory with me, what I'm calling my canning catalog. Took the canning catalog in the car on a car trip with my family. And I went down through all the things and we talked about it. And I said, what do you all like that has diced tomatoes? And everybody gave me their answers, and I wrote down the list, and I brought up some suggestions oh, what about this? What about that? And everybody agreed. And what we came up with was 2 pages, maybe even 3, notebook pages just full of items that we like to eat. And it was especially interesting to see which things my kids were most hey, we like this, hey, we like that they came up with on their own. Because it was nice to do it in an environment where it wasn't heated. It wasn't dinner time. I wasn't mad they weren't eating or were only asking for the same thing. It was in an emotion-free environment to figure out what we really like to eat and where I might try and put more of my efforts, right, with cooking. So then I took and I broke those down into what I'm calling my dinner database. I put them in different categories. I have crock pot meals. I have beef. I have pork. We don't eat chicken. I mean, we will on occasion, but we have a freezer full of pork and beef because we get them from 4-H students at the fair. So chicken is not on my list. There's also meat lists. Some of the things on my meat list actually have meat. They have tuna in them mostly, and eggs. But I still consider those meatless meals because they're not using our frozen stock of meat. Then I have pasta and soups. And then on the bottom, I actually left blank space for desserts and side dishes. We didn't discuss those, but I figure that throughout the year, if I find that there's things worth adding to those, I will. Then its own page went to breakfast, and I left a blank spot for snacks because I also think it'd be nice to have some snack ideas written down. But those, again, I'll just kind of add as I see we're in this routine of eating a certain thing. So what I did is I just typed those lists up in Word, printed them out. I did them in 3 columns each, and so they're really easy. I also hole punch them the same way as I did my canning list, and they're all on the same metal ring, and it just hangs right here. There's a nail next to my pantry. Things are going to change a little because we are remodeling our kitchen, but for now, this is where it lives. I also have this handy-dandy little, I got this as a present. I assume it was supposed to be a bud vase or something that you hung on your window, but it's perfect for holding a marker and a pen. So it hangs on my nail, and my pen is right there to cross things off of my canning catalog, as well as note things on my dinner database. And that is the first step in me being more conscientious when it comes to meal planning. Especially once we get the new kitchen all settled and I'm happy with where things are located, we can put things where they are most beneficial to the way that we live and the way that we cook. I think I'll be in a much better position to do this effectively and efficiently. So the dinner database is something I've been wanting to do for years and we just never got around to. But this winter I would like to have a go-to, so there's no excuses. And there's no reason we should just keep eating the same 3 meals over and over because there's slightly more than 3 meals we enjoy. I just need to be reminded. And sometimes too, reading through the list of foods that I know we like will make me think of something new or different or a way to use something that maybe we have that's leftover or going bad or I can find on a really good sale. This is a really good way to spark my imagination. Now I know lots of people like to scour the internet and look at blogs and hang out on Pinterest and see what other people are cooking. And that just doesn't really do it for me. I know it works for other people and that is awesome. But for me, frequently I don't have those ingredients on hand. They're not cooked in the styles that I like. We do a lot of our cooking during the winter on top of our wood stove. Everything's in cast iron. So it makes things kind of difficult to come up with ideas from other people's cooking. But if I can find a way to be inspired by my own cooking, that's the best way to do it for us. So we, I think, are prepared to have a really tasty winter. I hope. So if you'd like to see the rest of the projects in my Vlogtober series, 31 projects in 31 days, you can go ahead and check out my channel where there is a playlist listing all 31 of the projects. Or you can go ahead and subscribe down below where you will see my daily vlogs and you can see, do we follow through? What comes off the database? What are we eating? I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I will talk to you all later. Bye!